I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Smack 'em a gob, it's time! Time for the only news that matters. And AC/DC appears to have replaced drummer Phil Rudd from the upcoming Power Trip performance. But bassist Cliff Williams is coming out of retirement. Coming out of retirement? I guess he's coming out of retirement at the same time Angus is, because Phil retired on the last AC/DC show. But whatever, it's cool having Cliff back. He's awesome. But anyway, AC/DC have shared audio from the band's rehearsal in preparation for their slot at the Power Trip Festival in California, and they made a few changes to the lineup. The Post suggested that drummer Phil Rudd will not be playing with the band in the U.S. However, AC/DC has confirmed that bassist Cliff Williams will return. Shared to the band's social media account, the 34-second clip features rehearsal audio of "If You Want Blood, You Got It," and is accompanied by a caption stating that Williams will be coming out of retirement and that drummer Matt Laug is playing on the rehearsal recordings. Matt Laug plays in Mike Campbell's side band, the Dirty Knobs, but he had a successful career as a hired gun. He played drums on Alanis Morissette's monster-selling debut album, Jagged Little Pill, as well as putting in stints with Alice Cooper and serving as the drummer of Slash's Snake Pit. Laug is also a devoted AC/DC fan, often making references to the band of his social media channel, making important dates of the band's calendar, and showing praise for Phil Rudd's drumming. There's no confirmation from AC/DC as to whether Lang will definitely be behind the kit for the US festival, although it does seem likely. However, there's no official comments as to why Rudd wouldn't be involved. However, many fans have speculated that Rudd's omission could be due to the issues securing a U.S. visa following the drummer's legal troubles in 2014 and 15, where he had placed in home detention for 8 months after being convicted of making threats to kill, as well as possession of marijuana and methamphetamine. Cliff Williams announced his retirement from the band back in 2016, performing his last show alongside Axl Rose's final lineup, which included Chris Slade on drums. However, he and Rudd both played on AC/DC's 2020 album Power Up. The COVID-19 pandemic put a stop to potential touring plans, and until now, it has been uncertain as to whether Williams will play live with the band. Power Trip takes place October 6th and 8th and also features Guns N' Roses, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Metallica, Tool, and the headliner of the whole thing, LA Guns. Alright, so, this sucks, you know? Phil Rudd, man, that's the drummer of AC/DC. But, you know, I mean, I've seen AC/DC without Phil Rudd, and they weren't bad. But Phil Rudd, man, has that swing, the power, and it sucks. And, yeah, the speculation I've been seeing online is that it's due to the visa thing. I mean, he tried to have somebody killed and tried to hire a hitman. It was some crazy stuff he was doing back then, plus meth. And that stopped him from playing on the tours. And then there's some people out there that are saying that the reason Phil Rudd is not playing this show is because he can't play good anymore. Where'd you get that info from? Give me a break. The guy just played on the last album and he's phenomenal. He was Phil Rudd on the last AC/DC album. If they tour, I'll go see it because, you know, I love AC/DC. I know Malcolm no longer here with us, and it's sad, and I hope they'll bring Phil Rudd back. But I really go out of respect to Mr. Angus Young because the man is still giving his all. He's just as energetic today as he was when I saw him on the For Those About to Rock tour. He's a phenomenal guitar player and a man that really busted his ass and got all that he deserves. So, you know, I liked the last album too. I thought Power Up was a good album, so they still had some juice in the pack. And yeah, man, it's we'll see where this goes, because after the Power Up thing, I guess they're gonna start a tour, or they're talking about starting a tour, and it looks like, to me, it looks like Phil Rudd's not gonna be there because of visa problems. But I don't know how long that lasts. You know, if you get in trouble with the law, how long is that visa? Could it be forever? I don't know, because this has already been like 6-7 years already since this happened. But I have a feeling that's still not long enough, and that's the reason that Phil is not coming, because of visa. But I'm not sure about that either. I mean, it's all speculation online, but it would make sense. But either way, Phil Rudd rules, AC/DC rules. Honestly, that Power Trip Festival, whatever, too expensive. And I wouldn't go to that. I'd go see AC/DC headline their own show. That would be awesome. But anyway, that's it. That's why Phil Rudd's not playing. Because maybe it's because of the visa, or definitely not because he doesn't play well anymore. Get the hell out of here. Anyway, thank you all for watching. It's the only news that matters. And please subscribe to my channel if you have not. And ring the little notification bell. And like the video. Because if you like the video, it's good for the YouTube algorithms. So, stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so nevermore shall we see you again.
Before we get canceled, check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast with me and Wadzilla. We are the Podcast Kings. Link to the podcast is in the description below, and also a link to the YouTube page. Check out older episodes with visuals. And very soon, either Ian and I will learn how to go on YouTube Live. Might be soon. So check out the greatest podcast ever according to Science.com. It's also God's favorite podcast and Satan's favorite podcast as well. So check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast before we get canceled.